Hi everybody, welcome to Lucy the Antigua Tarot. My name is Lucy and I am here because we're doing the tarot reading, 9-card spread for you guys for the month of July 2016. So my dear Sagittarius, let's take a look at your reading for the month. Alright my dear friends, here's your spread for the month of July 2016. It's a very, very interesting reading this month. You have, at your center, you have the Ace of Cups. And coming into your reading, you have the Ace of Swords. You have the Two of Swords and the Two of Wands. And then you have the Seven of Wands. On the other side of your center of the Ace, you have the Queen of Swords. And then you have the Knight of Pentacles. And then your two major arcanas in your reading, which is the Hermit and the Moon. Very interesting reading. You can see that by some of the look of some of these cards, there might be a little bit of conflict. Looking at the Two of Swords and the Seven of Wands, for example. And possibly the Moon. Okay? But let's just go ahead and take a look at it. And let's start. I think I want to start with your center card, right? With the Ace of Cups, because that is the card that is at your center. The Ace of Cups. Okay, so this card is about trust and love. This card is about happiness. It's about being open. It's about being content, contentment. It's about sharing and caring. Okay, so it could be indicating a love for work and finding happiness at work. Honesty at work. And that seems to be the key thing here. Honesty at work. Being honest at work. Okay? Be honest at work. This card is a good omen if you are wanting to gain popularity, especially at work. Also, it might be a good omen if you're looking for social advancement, you know, at work. Forming strong social bonds with people you work with. Okay, and it is at your center, so it could possibly mean that this is what you're working on, or this is what you're considering, or it could be advising you to do that. So it is a very good card. It is a very lucky card. It is denoting new beginnings and new friendships. And friendships in relation to your work, forming those bonds. So you are going to regain your confidence, so maybe you're feeling a little bit, you know, insecure. So it says that you will be regaining your confidence and you will be getting recognition, possibly at work. It's suggesting, expressing for you to express yourself. In other words, express your feelings, express your emotions. This is an emotional feeling card. Okay, so it's about love, it's about emotional fulfillment, being honest and caring, loving what you do at work, and, you know, forming some strong bonds at work. Now, coming into your reading, you have the Ace of Cups, the Ace of Swords. Okay, and this is the card that's coming into your reading. It's a beautiful card. I think this is a beautiful card. I love this card. I just love the imagery of it. Absolutely gorgeous. Now, this card is a symbol of possibility in the areas of intelligence, reasoning, justice and truth, clarity and fortitude. Okay? Those are the possibilities here. Very nice. Okay, so it shows that a seed of clear understanding has been planted in your life, and possibly you might not even be aware of it right now or recognize it. But when the seed sprouts, it could take almost any form. It might be a compelling idea, a desire for the truth, a call for justice, or just the need to be honest. On let's see, it could also mean that you are getting an offer, a gift, an opportunity, or an encounter or a synchronistic event. Okay, that's what this card is telling you. The Ace of Swords can also mean a challenge, you guys. Okay, so maybe you're going to be tested in some way. You know, things don't always go as smooth as we would like for them to go. That's just how life is. Sooner or later, even though we've prepared and we've kind of done everything we need to do to make things run smoothly, a hurdle will come up. And the Ace of Swords can tell you when one is coming. So maybe there's a hurdle coming up, a problem coming up that you weren't expecting, an unexpected problem that's come up that you might have to deal with. Okay. And what this card is telling you, that when that happens, that you know, just face the challenge, whatever it is. Be courageous, be honest, and hold firm in your resolve. Because it's reminding you that with every challenge that you encounter, there's an opportunity for growing and learning. Okay, so also, you know, you might want to examine your life to see how this energy, this clean, sharp energy can work for you, because the sword is clean and sharp. Think about your problems objectively. Look at situations that are, you know, unjust or confusing, and resolve to set them right. And above all else, commit to being honest and ethical. Okay? So you do have the inner resources, it says here. You have that spiritual development, my dear Sagittarius, to overcome all obstacles and find the truth of your situation. And that is what this card is promising you. And it's interesting because it's coming into your reading, and what's leaving your reading is the moon. And I'm going to go ahead and talk about that right now, because they're highly related. Okay, because with the moon, okay, the moon can indicate a little bit of confusion, not being sure what you need to do, where you're going, what needs to happen. It's about perhaps being too emotional and hence feeling confused. This card is also could be indicating that maybe you're thinking too much about things, you know. You're thinking too much. You're worried too much. A hurdle comes along and you're going to worry too much. You're going to think too much. So try to control that, okay? Because you have the moon. You're overanalyzing. So it's about understanding where you're coming from and where you're going. You get a hurdle in the, you know, a problem that's going to come up, and it's going to catch you off guard maybe. So this card is telling you to just think about where you're coming from and where you're going. What is it? What are your objectives? And then bring your actions in between that, in between those two dynamics, where you're coming from and where you're going. Put your actions in between, or in between there, and just remember that and work with that. And this will connect the past with the present, and it will help relieve some of that confusion, because you might be going through a little bit of an emotional turmoil, possibly physically too. So don't make any rash decisions. Take a break if you need to rest. You might want to ask others that are around you who can advise and guide you for help. because this is going to be really important. You have like a major thing that's going to happen to you, perhaps. And it's also advising you to step back and look at the whole picture. And don't focus on the hurdles and the stumbling blocks that are going to be coming in. Sure, okay, so this is happening, that's a problem, but don't focus just on that, because that's a negative way of solving the problem. You know, be patient and wait for things to unfold for themselves. Okay? This is very related, my dear Sag. So there you go. You have those two cards coming in and leaving. So you're going to be still a bit confused, perhaps, at the end of the month. This is a general reading. Okay? So just remember that it is a general reading. And then you have the Two of Swords right next to your Ace of Swords. Okay. The good thing, though, is that you have at your center the Ace of Cups. You have to be trusting. It's, you know, maybe you are feeling trustful and loving and open and happy and content. Or maybe it's promising you or suggesting that you be there. You be in this place. Because you have the Two of Swords crowning you. And there are hurdles coming in. And this card, again, there's the moon. It has the moon and it has the water, which is emotions, okay, feelings. So here we see a young woman who has put a barrier of swords across her heart. Her rigid posture tells us that she struggles to keep her feelings under control. She is fending off any approach from the outside. Nothing comes in, nothing goes out, she seems to be saying. Okay. These are very related also. Okay, times of confusion, insecurities. Okay, but you are being promised self-assurance, love, confidence, okay, in yourself. That's at your center. But this card is about barriers we put up between ourselves and others, and those, and also those we create within ourselves. Intentionally, we block off emotions and refuse to feel them. We avoid looking at the truth and pretend that everything's okay. We think one way but feel another. Okay? In countless ways, we divide off parts of ourselves and try to maintain them even when we know they need to be reconciled. Okay? You know, pretending that everything's okay is probably not a good idea. This card will appear when you are not willing to accept some truth about yourself or a situation. This is a general reading. There are hurdles coming in. Okay, you do have the Moon card, which is being highly emotional, not seeing clearly, okay, being a bit confused. You are being promised some wonderful stuff here with the Ace of Cups. Okay, but you need to accept some truth about yourself or a situation. What are you feeling? Are you resisting tender feelings because you're afraid that you'll get hurt? Are you furious even though you're smiling? So it's asking you, what are you refusing to look at? Because this woman, she has a blindfold over her eyes. She doesn't want to see. She can't look at the truth or even acknowledge that there's trouble. She's blindfolded. So this is an emotional barrier of a closed heart. So, you know, when we cut ourselves off emotionally, we damage connections which allowed love to flow. You know, you have to let go. Sometimes letting go is necessary, but it's very difficult to do, and not letting go can be very costly. Every time we close off our heart, we find it more difficult to open again. Another barrier between people is you know, it's like locked doubt. Okay? So you need to open up. And that is the Two of Swords. Very interesting. And then you have the Two of Wands, my dear friends. Okay, so you have like those two sword cards. You do have the Queen of Swords. Well, we're going to talk about her in a little bit. But let's talk about the Two of Wands. Because that is the card that is, hold on a minute. Yeah, that is the card that is completing what's coming in and crowning your reading this month. So with the Two of Wands, you know, here's this young person, this young man looking out. He's looking at his world and then, you know, looking out into what's ahead. And there are two choices. So it's about balancing. So it's about balancing your needs and your wants in relation to what you already have. Okay, so what is it that you need? What is it that you want? And what is it that you already have? Balancing those things. Okay? Also, you know, don't be selfish. Don't just think about yourself here. You know, kind of like pay attention to the needs of others. You know, don't be selfish. That might take some of the stress off. You know, you're overthinking just about me, what I need to do, what am I going to do, what should I do, which way should I go? And it's saying, you know, okay, yeah, you do have to, you know, balance your needs and wants in relation to what you have. That's what it's advising you. But to kind of like try, you know, look around you and see what's going on with other people around you, and don't be selfish. Don't judge people that are around you by their appearances only. You know, it's telling you to give people a chance. So my dear Sagittarius, it's giving you some great advice. Okay, and also, you know, maybe you're considering a project or some kind of change or a new undertaking in relation to work. And it looks like you might be ready to take that on. But I have a feeling it's more in relation to this balancing of what you need and want in relation to what you have, and paying attention to the needs of others, you know, to seek help. Or you have a Queen of Swords here that you could probably seek to get help, because the court cards are usually people you know, and you have two of them. You have the Queen of Swords and you have the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, so these are maybe people that you know. This person is going to be somebody, she's a queen. The queens and the kings are usually people who are a little bit older, 40s, 50s, you know, they're more mature. And this person, you know, she likes to be in control. And she may be, in her communication style, a little forceful. You might know somebody like this. And, you know, you kind of, when you come across somebody like this, you really have to kind of perhaps stand your ground. And it looks like here, that's exactly what you're trying to do. You're trying to defend yourself against obstacles that are coming in. Okay? Hurdles are coming in. and you're going to have to stand and defend yourself. But you have this wonderful card which promises success, love, openness. Okay, and then here you have this Queen, which is pretty much, you know, somebody that you've probably met your match. Very firm character. And you know, a little difficult to talk with sometimes, but you know, what you need to do is maybe just find different tactics on how to approach her, because she can give you some really good advice. She's very intelligent, very logical, very intelligent, very logical, can see clearly, very sharp communication. So figure out a way that you can work with this person. You know, it could be somebody that you have to deal with in terms of this new project. And you're perhaps not being very communicative here. Something's going on with that. This is a general reading, guys. But if you do need somebody for advice, this might be somebody who can advise you. Okay? Alright, so then we have the Knight of Pentacles. So, you know, you're waiting here to embark, you're ready to go, and here you've been waiting for something also. This card means waiting. Here's the Knight of Pentacles, and it's probably in relation to work, because it is a pentacle. Maybe you're waiting for to hear some good news about a project or something related to work, or a job interview. Maybe you're waiting for a job interview. It's, you know, it could be good news, very good news with good outcome, but you might have, you're going to have to be patient. It's not going to come in right away. Okay, and in terms of money, just watch how you spend your money. Okay, because maybe you need to start saving for something important that's coming up in the future. And, you know, this card, it is telling you to just make sure you check how you're spending your money and try not to spend money on things that are not important. So it seems to me that there's something really important that you need to work with, a hurdle that's coming in, something's happening. You're already feeling, you know, closed off. Okay, and you're probably going to be feeling like that for the rest of the month. But you have this Hermit card. And really what the Hermit is really what you need to do is you need to go to you know, take a retreat, take a break. Go to a spiritual retreat, or like, you know, summer's here, maybe now's a good time to take a vacation somewhere where you can really spend some time on just thinking and reflecting about whatever these things might be. This energy, and over here, making some decisions perhaps. Trying to resolve something with this person perhaps. And finding the patience to wait for this. The wisdom on how to deal with some of these things. Because the Hermit is about being alone, getting away from everything, and being on your own and figuring out what you want to do. Okay? Because you don't know yet what's going to happen. You're kind of feeling a little confused and lost. Alright, my dear friends, this is a general reading. So, that is your reading for July of 2016. Thank you for visiting, and I will see you in August. Take good care. Bye-bye.